My name is Richard Goodwin and I'm the president of Fire River Gold. I'm a mining engineer with approximately 30 years of experience in underground mining. My background includes operations, consulting, and executive management. Our main project is the Nixon Fork mine. The project is quite remote. It's located in the center of Alaska and it's air accessible only. We use a variety of aircraft for the needs of the project, including Hercules for the heavy lift, DC-6 for fuel delivery, and the Pilatus for delivering the crews. A unique feature of our company is that we manage all of our activities from the top down. We have our own management, workforce, and equipment, including the diamond drills, all of which operate year-round. The site is quite rugged. The mill is located on a fairly large bench with all the industrial facilities nearby. A second bench holds the 85 worker camp, and the camp is very well constructed with a cafeteria, rec room, exercise room, and laundry facilities. We're fortunate to have a very strong board led by David Russell, our chairman. David has had about a 30-year career with a very good pedigree and much success behind him. David's very hands-on as a chairman and he helps me immensely to manage the company. We also have Fred Svensson, who's the chairman of our technical committee. Fred is also a CEO with about 40 years of experience in the mining industry. We have an excellent management group. It's headed by our Vice President and COO, Tim Smith, who is an extremely good operator. At the mine manager is Will Beach. Will has made a very long career out of operating very small mines and underground applications similar to the Nixon Fork. The main product of the Nixon Fork mine is gold. Gold is delivered to market in two forms. One is as a doré that is poured on site, and the second is as an enrichment to a copper concentrate. And both the gold-rich copper con and the doré also have silver as a byproduct. The ore body is a skarn. There are two mines on the property, the Mystery Mine and the Crystal. The Crystal has been the main producer both historically and is the one that we are operating in now. The ore occurs in steeply dipping pipe shapes that are scattered along the contact of an intrusion. There are two main pipes that are in the Crystal mine, the 3000 and the 3300. We're actively mining in the 3300 at this point. The property is quite large and the intrusion has a circumference of about 26 kilometers. Around the circumference is where the mineralization happens that hosts these ore pipes. There appears to be a periodicity in them of about 100 to 150 meters, which is the distance between the 3000 and 3300 pipe, and we've found a new one named 3550 that we recently released. That one appears to be a triplet to the other two zones, and we're quite excited about setting that one up for mining in the very near future. The property has very good potential to sustain operations for several years into the future. The zone between the two mines has largely been unexplored. It has had some drilling, but all that's from surface, which is a very poor angle of attack for these pipes. We started the mill on 4th of July 2011 and have spent the time since then ramping up to our full operation. The capacity of the gravity and flotation circuits of the mill is approximately 180 tons a day, and we've achieved that fairly steadily through the ramp-up period. The cyanidation plant has a higher capacity, 250 tons per day. The rationale for this was that it would be able to take tailings, which are quite high-grade gold at about 8 grams a ton, as a supplemental feed to the underground production. In the past, after gravity and flotation recovery of gold, the final tailings were placed in a tailings pond. Through the course of this summer, a dry stack was built, and the dry stack will take the final tailings product, both from ongoing mining and from the reprocessing of the existing tailings. Assaying is a very important part of mining operations at the Nixon Fork. The ore is not always visually discernible, so each ore pile must be individually assayed before it's processed. We have a well-staffed, functioning assay lab at site with a good turnaround time, about 24 hours per sample. Assaying also helps us to run the mill efficiently by determining the recovery of gold from each of the processes. And it also helps us to judge the quality of our final product, both the gold-rich copper concentrate and the doré. The mine sends its gold product out in two forms. One is as a doré, which assays about 76% gold. This is flown out and taken to Johnson Matthey in Salt Lake City for refining. The copper con, which assays about 700 grams per ton gold, is assembled in shipments in Anchorage, barged to Seattle, and then overseas to the Pasar smelter in the Philippines. We're very pleased and proud of the fact that we've been able to do what very few juniors do, and that's take their project from exploration development stage and bring it into full operations. We consider our primary asset to be our employees. Accordingly, we are very conscientious about safety, and we're very proud of a very good safety record. In the near future, we'll consider a mill expansion to increase our production. A logical expansion would be to 250 tons per day so that the mill matches the cyanidation circuit. We're putting an exploration plan together for 2012 with the intent on finding new discoveries, thereby increasing our resources and extending the life of the operation. Our corporate objective is to establish the Nixon Fork Gold Mine as a reliable producer and use that as a stable platform for growth. Growth will be in the form of expansion through acquisition of similar projects, either gold producers or near-term producers in North America.